Hi everyone, I'm Hema Day with Eiffel International. I'm gonna share my presentation here with you. Can you see my screen?
Yep.
Excellent. So it's very nice of you, Cindy, to invite me to speak here today. I've enjoyed working with you and I'm very passionate about what I'm going to speak about today because
Yeah,
of
wait,
we're living in unprecedented times with so much
the
change with
shower
AI.
selected it.
Can you still hear me? Okay.
Yes.
With unprecedented changes in AI, today I'm going to be talking about how to note that, and Mary, you talked about how to manage employees. I'm going to talk about leadership with kindness in an environment that we are seeing change pretty much every hour on the hour. And sales and marketing teams have been really affected by AI. So I get these calls from CEOs saying, I think it's time for me to fire my teams because the performance is so bad. And my first question to them is, do you know what's actually happening in the world of AI and how it's actually impacting your sales and your marketing teams? And a lot of them don't know that. And so my first protocol is to advocate for team human because I understand team AI, and I'm releasing my book. It's coming out in a matter of weeks. It's called The AI Translator. So I'm very passionate about Team Human, but I also know Team AI. And I've been doing this now. You can see on the slide here. I've created a marketing department, an outsourced marketing solution where we are also very much technologists and we build go-to-market strategies so that you can go out with confidence and grow your companies with the right teams. And that's Team Human and Team AI, right? So just a little bit about me. I am a single mother with two beautiful kids and a dog, Leo. And the reason I'm showing you this picture is because I truly believe that AI is a game changer for all of us. It's an equalizer. It's able to really accelerate and keep, us all in jobs. And I want to debunk that myth out there that AI is going to take away jobs. Today, I'm going to show you why. And I'm doing it with AI and raising two kids on my own. And I want to share my secrets with everybody in the whole wide world. Um, so, what has changed? Once upon a time, we used to say SEO, SEO, SEO. And the name of the game was to get on the first page of Google, right? And then you get the lead, and then you get the phone call, and then boom, bada boom, you get an order or a new client. Well, there's a new SEO, and it's not called search engine optimization, but it's called search everywhere optimization. Because since 2022, ChatGPT came out, and ChatGPT is an AI platform. And then Chat came out, and then Grok came out, and then Perplexity and Claude, and now Gemini 3. And then on Google, they have AI overviews. So all of these are AI large language models that people have fallen in love with. They go on there, they have a chit chat with ChatGPT. They say, I need an HR specialist because I need to fire somebody, and it has this very back and forth conversations. And all of a sudden, AI says, ChatGPT says, well, you know, Cindy Williams out in Irvine is excellent at what she does. I think you should give her a call. And all of a sudden, that magic happens with the lead generation piece based on trust. So the name of the game now for sales and marketing teams is to build brands, but the brands need to be trusted by AI. What is really challenging for sales and marketing teams is that AI is moving at unprecedented changes. I get about 50 change notes sometimes a day from different platforms, and I have to keep up with it. but I've been gifted to understand tech and humans. So imagine when you don't understand tech and you fear it. And so people start to have these anxieties at work that are not fair. It's not fair on them. And so I think what's happening is that sales and marketing teams are getting more siloed, they're more afraid, so they don't speak up. They try to create more work for themselves to keep themselves in a job. I'm really advocating with leadership with kindness so that you bring in the right person to come in to speak to both sides of the teams that they need to become one. We need to de-silo them. Sales has to work with marketing and marketing has to work with sales. But how? So that's why we build systems. And systems now can involve team human and team AI. Another big change is that websites have a very new role. It's no longer the front door of your business. AI platforms are the front of your business. Social media are the big windows in the house to see what's going on with your business. All right. So everyone's asking me, Hema, do I still need a website? The answer is yes. The website is the best friend of AI platforms. And you can only become a best friend if AI can actually read the information on your website. So it's now an AI agent that needs to be structured and engineered correctly so that AI can read what it is that you are saying on there and what problems you actually solve so that it can actually communicate back to the consumer or the business who's looking for the service or the product that you sell. And last but not least, what's biggest change is people. People have decided that they love search everywhere optimization. They've picked different channels to go to and look for information. As a marketer, we have to make sure that we're out on all platforms. And here is something that I'm going to tell you. Attention, the three currencies, attention, interest, and trust. These are three currencies that we have to work on. And from an attention perspective, everyone now engages in under 3 seconds. So imagine the messaging that you have to create, right? And then there's different generations. We've got Gen Zs, millennials, Gen Xs, the boomers, and everyone wants it a different way. So think of your marketing teams. They've got to think about all of these things and communicate it in under 3 seconds. And I'm going to show you some stats going in the next few slides that puzzled me a little bit. And I got me a little worried because I thought I had to shut my business down to start dancing on TikTok. But first, you need to understand your teams. And I'm going to play this little video here for you because I'll explain why.
Flash is the fastest guy in there. You need something done, he's on it.
I hope so. We are really fighting the clock and every minute counts. Wait, they're all sloths? Be quick.
Aren't you saying that because he's a sloth, he can't be fast?
Biases. But we do have sloths on teams. We do have a bunny and we do have a fox on teams, especially in sales and marketing. So what I have been very candid with a lot of leaders is that don't underestimate the fear factor that's come into this whole equation with AI and lead with kindness because there's so many changes out there that are happening so quickly. And let me get to the next slide, including nobody reads anymore. Nobody reads anymore. around the whole wide world, the average time spent on videos, it's 154 minutes a day. Podcast is 53 minutes a day. Articles to read, it's 16 minutes a day. Does this mean that you stop writing articles? No, because AI loves reading your articles. Team AI, team human. So, but the humans gravitate to videos. So when I saw this come out late last year, I thought, this is it. I'm going to have to dance on TikTok, which means I'm going to shut my business down because I'm not dancing on TikTok to talk about AI. And I don't think many of you would want to do that. If you do, great, send me your handle. I'd love to watch you dance. But the good news is I found another piece of statistic that showed me that YouTube is actually the number one place to post your videos. And YouTube has re-engineered their entire algorithm to showcase, to mimic TikTok with short videos, long videos. They even have a podcast station there and you can go live. And YouTube is the number two largest search engine out there. And so your teams need to pivot to this. And if they don't get on videos, guess what? AI loves watching your videos. It learns from you. It trusts you. Right now, 90% of videos are created by AI. Actually, not just videos, a lot of content is created by AI. What is the net result there? Trust has eroded with humans. So if you don't come on to those videos yourself, the chances of you authenticating your reality, your trust, your authority in the subject matter that you're an expert in is going to be almost zero. So these are some of the things that your sales and marketing teams are facing. So the name of the game is building trust, deep trust or have no trust. And so I have another presentation that is called You Are What You Eat. And it's not about vegetables and protein. This is a marketing eat formula that's prescribed by Google. And it's about how you actually display your expertise, your experience, your authoritativeness, and your trustworthiness. Now, if you don't have eat in the right formulation, then don't expect your sales teams to win, your sales and marketing teams to win. You're setting them up for failure. It's really important that they re-engineer what they're doing. All the SOPs, all the workflows need to be looked at. And in some instances, you can actually accelerate the speed of doing some of these things with AI. But at the end of the day, you must have a human making the final decisions. Use AI as a thought partner. Your team remains the thought leader. Okay, so this is very important. And then the second thing that I find very, very helpful and effective is to apply my 4 V's. You need to use veracity. Now, veracity is the truth and the essence of your brand and what it is that you actually are all about. So, but this veracity now needs to work hand in hand with AI because AI is now having conversations before you get to have those conversations. So, what is the veracity behind your brand, your offer, your values? And then what is it today that with AI answering some of those questions, like what Mary was displaying, some of the employers are going onto AI and getting those answers. You need to understand your value as a service provider, as someone who's innovated on a product, what your value is in tandem with this era that we're living in with AI, so that AI can fall in love with you, trust you, and then present you in those conversations. And then the next thing is visibility. Make sure you are on all platforms. It starts with your website. Your website needs to be engineered in the right way. And if you don't know if it's correct at the moment, I can just do a complimentary test for you. It's really, really important because you can have a beautiful website that AI does not understand. And guess what? your phones will stop ringing. The other thing on visibility is social media. If you're not on all platforms, social media is now an AI also platform, and people are searching on there. So what are you doing on social media? Are you saying Happy Tuesday and Happy Wednesday? Are you giving meaningful information that engages in under 3 seconds? And this final V here is super important. It's validation. Validation is not just getting testimonials and posting it on your website. In 2024, I asked ChatGPT what it thought of me, and I'd won awards, and it didn't have a very good report about me. It just says Hema's all right, and she can do that, but I can't endorse her. So I invested in digital PR. I've even gotten Trustpilot as my reviews platform. And now, after about a year, it says Hema Day is good at what she does. And she is the person that you need to go to for everything around AI, marketing, and technology. So validation, so the 4 V's, veracity, values, visibility, validation, go hand in hand with Google's formula called EAT, right? So these are things that you need to examine with your sales and marketing teams. So I am the AI translator, and as I said, I sit at the intersection between team human and team AI. And what I love about this era is that it's able to connect the dots really quickly. It can create really good systems. It can amplify productivity. It is not here to take away jobs, because I can tell you this now, I have program agents myself, and Jasmine's on the call here. We are so busy because the output from AI agents is so quick, so interesting, so much that it's like knowledge and an abundance of knowledge. So how do you actually now use that information to accelerate growth, to accelerate productivity, to make better decisions? You need to go back to the fundamentals of how to do things, your workflows, your SOPs. Let me tell you something else. If your SOPs are all wrong and the methodology is wrong, pre-existing, then if you implement AI without strategy, you're going to amplify everything bad 10 times worse. You'll have chaos in your organization. So I'm the AI translator, and my candidate to you is that before you start anything with AI, it's get your strategy examined, your human talent examined, your workflows examined, and audited so that it can be ready. And I call it AI readiness is key before you touch any agentic AI platforms. So when do you call me? When you have declining revenue? I love getting new business. We do it all. We have a whole team to help you with this. Declining profit. How do I fix that? I can look at your systems and procedures now, and if I can fix it with an AI system, absolutely. And if you're trying to sell your company, it improves your EBITDA, your profit. Valuation is now looking very closely at AI in the workforce, but how you actually set it up is super, super critical. The third thing is that if you're not AI ready and you don't know what button to press or where to even begin, I'm really good at coming in with kindness to show you how to get started. I can do workshops for your leadership teams, your supervisors, your manufacturing facility. I come from a manufacturing background as well as the service sector, so I'm able to talk to leaders and humans to tame their fears down, to show them how step by step to get acquainted with AI. And I do it with kindness and a lot of love because I think this is a game changer for Team Human. And if you want me to program AI agents for you, let me know. We do that here as well. You can watch all the updates. I'm very much watching every change note that comes to me every day. And I have videos that I post on YouTube, but also on all other channels. But this is my YouTube channel, and I'm pretty candid on there. I'm pretty raw and real, so excuse me if you don't like that, but I want people to know right away what those changes are and how it's actually going to impact your businesses. Because I do get the calls. My leads are drying up. My business is looking dismal. I hate my sales and marketing teams. We need to just rewire. We need to learn new things, unlearn, and then relearn.